And moving on to more updates from West Asia, where US President Donald Trump is building more pressure on Iran should nuclear talks fail. Ahead of the next round of talks between Washington and Tehran on the 19th of April, the United States seems to be keeping a military plan ready as backup.
Stephen Witkoff conducted talks with the Iranian foreign minister, which were hosted by the Omani foreign minister. As the White House statement described, quote, the discussions were very positive and constructive, and the sides agreed to meet again next Saturday.
According to satellite pictures that have surfaced, the second U.S. aircraft carrier, the USS Carl Vinson, and its strike group were seen moving through the Arabian Sea toward the Persian Gulf. Operations reportedly began late on Monday night as U.S. airstrikes pounded parts of Yemen controlled by Iran-backed Houthi militants. Now, the USS Carl Vinson carrier strike group includes guided missile cruiser USS Princeton and 2 guided missile destroyers. Similar operations have been on by another U.S. aircraft carrier, the USS Harry S. Truman. But moving a second strike group is seen as a move by U.S. President Trump to not just intensify strikes on Houthis, but also to send a message to the Iranian supreme leader. As the 2 warships teamed up, the U.S. Navy also shared a video of the USS Carl Vinson. It showed fighter jets taking off and landing at night. Apart from this, the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet has also been kept ready to engage. It is responsible for overseeing operations in the Red Sea, the Gulf of Aden, and the Persian Gulf. Now, the latest development comes after Trump's threats to attack Iran's nuclear facilities if a deal is not finalized. Trump aims to put an end to Iran's advancing nuclear program. Recently, Iran had reluctantly agreed to talks, stating that it had the right to reject the final proposal. It also added that it could easily produce a nuclear weapon. The first round of talks between US and Iran was held in Oman on the 12th of April. Discussions focused on preventing the weaponization of Iran's nuclear program. America's West Asia envoy, Steve Witkoff, said that the talks were positive, constructive, and compelling. After the first meeting, Trump stated that Iran has to get rid of the idea of developing nuclear weapons.
Be a rich, great nation. The only thing is, one thing, simple. It's really simple. They can't have a nuclear weapon. And they got to go fast because they're fairly close to having one. And they're not going to have one. And if we have to do something very harsh, we'll do it. And I'm not doing it for us, I'm doing it for the world. And these are radicalized people, and they cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi later said that Tehran's enrichment of uranium as a part of its nuclear program was non-negotiable. He made the statement after Witkoff called for a halt. Later, Iran also sent a top delegation, headed by Araghchi, to Moscow to consult the Kremlin. A spokesperson for the Kremlin said that Russia was ready to do anything within its capabilities to find a diplomatic resolution to the standoff between the US and Iran. Meanwhile, Iran's Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, said that Iran should not be overly optimistic or pessimistic about the dialogue.
We shouldn't be overly optimistic about this dialogue, nor overly pessimistic. But in any case, something has been initiated, a decision has been made, and it's being implemented. The first steps have been taken well and executed properly. From here on, the process should be followed carefully.
Now, Trump's latest demand of wanting Iran to eliminate its nuclear program is a switch to a more hardline policy. He has warned of attacks on Iran's nuclear sites. Will this approach make it harder for Washington and Tehran to reach a deal? We will continue to track all of the updates as the 2 sides head to another round of talks.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
The Prime Minister Modi.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.